Yo, crypto in health. You want to know how crypto is working in health? We come to you every day with juicy news on wealth, wellness, and well being. We're broadcasting to you live from 1.4 degrees south of the equator and 37 degrees east of the central meridian. I like to tell you we're right in the cryptographic middle of the world. You're with me, Scholastica Mugi, and I'm coming to you at 1200 hours coordinated universal time UTC here on the Ubricoin channel. You're just in time, and we're calling you as a new argonaut for Africa to join us in steering the economies of Africa. We're guided by Annlee Saxenian, who described in her book The New Argonauts 2006 about the role of the diaspora who traveled to America and returned from Silicon Valley to their home countries to support new industries in semiconductor. Now, in your case, you don't have to travel back and forth like Saxenian described about the argonauts of the 1990s and before. You let the information tech do the traveling for you through the internet and the blockchain economy, which is the Ubricoin. And this is why we're shilling UBN because we know it helps you solve two fundamental problems: your retirement funds and education for your offsprings. So, guys, as we continue thanking God for bringing us this far, we thank God it's Thursday. And of course, as we are grateful, we want to remember that COVID 19 is still very in our midst, and we need to do everything that we've got to do to protect ourselves from further spread of COVID 19 disease. So, guys, washing our hands with soap and water properly and as frequent as you can is a must. And of course, sanitizing with an alcohol based sanitizer. We're also wearing our masks every time we're in public without fail. And of course, we're keeping social distancing as much as we can wherever we are. Those are very important guidelines that we need to adhere to, and that is for you and for me and for all our loved ones. Now, having said that, let's get inspired from First Peter chapter 1 verse 13. Therefore, with minds that are alert and fully sober, set your hope on the grace to be brought to you when Jesus Christ is revealed at his coming. So, this is really important. Therefore, with minds that are alert and fully sober, set your hope on the grace to be brought to you when Jesus Christ is revealed at his coming. That's really inspiring. Now, having said that, shout out to amazing people: Grace, Naomi, Shiko, Irene, Susan, Barbara, Abed, Evans, Betty, JJ, Jojo, David Muturu, Miss Kindness, Cherry Productions, Madam Beatrice Marango, Joyce of Seattle, Dr. Stephen Karanja, Mr. Mbugo Kimani, Kimani Kamau, Eglantin Lonperia, Romario, Producer Purity, Tom, Pinch 254, Samuel Gatua, Brandra Koi, Ian Mwangi, Jacob Yator, Eunice Archelimo, Paul Njoroge, J. Nelson, The Prince, Triza, Justin, Mohammed Ali, Global Trader, Ruth Owino, Jane Gashugu, Irene Catton, Engineer Masinga, The Comical Canadian, Mark Waweru, Stephen Opanga, Raja Usman, Veronica Mwangi, Justus Kimeli, Chiza, Charles Kea, Washira, SM Pwani, Jane Washira, Lynn Washira, David Ogutu, Bishop Mackenzie, Isaac Kithua, Miriam Flower Moses, Mr. Mbudia, Pastor Zippy, Jessica Daniel John, Alpha Nyota, Steve Nyabuto, Jason Gore, Wanjiko Kinuthia, Ibrahim Gitao, Felix, Sherry, Shali, Fred, George Oduk, massive love to you guys, and I hope you're taking care wherever you are. Now, on our COVID-19 term, we revisit quarantine. Next, on our crypto news segment, we talk about Korean tourist hotspot mandating use of COVID-19 blockchain app. How about that? And finally, on Ubrica today, we're looking at economic development with UBN. So let's start with quarantine, which is a restriction on the movement of people and goods, which is intended to prevent the spread of diseases such as COVID-19. And quarantine is often in connection to illnesses, and it prevents the movement. That is the key: preventing the movement of those who may have been exposed to a communicable disease but do not have a confirmed medical diagnosis. So we have seen this word having a lot of talk in town because of what is our prevailing situation currently with COVID-19 pandemic. And of course, right now, in as far as our COVID-19 status here in Kenya is concerned, we're standing at 452, that's the number of tested people, and out of that, 31,015 have tested positive. Now, thankfully, 17,612 have also recovered, which is really amazing. And unfortunately, we have lost 506. So we're in the 31,000 mark, guys. So wherever you are, just remember that you're not immune to getting COVID-19. You can get infected anywhere at any moment. So let's keep ourselves protected. Let's take care of one another. Now let's move over to a crypto news segment. We're looking at news on Cointelegraph by Ting Peng. Korean tourist hotspot mandates use of COVID-19 blockchain app. Jeju Island, a southern island in South Korea, is one of the most popular tourist destinations for Koreans and has about 15 million visitors annually. It now requires those visitors to use a decentralized identity, that's DID, blockchain technology-based app that claims to offer private, secure COVID-19 contact tracing. On August 19th, the announcement said that Jeju province had reached an agreement with South Korean blockchain company Loop to introduce the system. Starting this week, visitors will be required to download the Zhenju mobile app when arriving on the island and verify their identity using a Korean telecom service. Now, a verifiable credential at the back end will be issued by a public blockchain network to guarantee that there is no forgery or tampering of any information. So Zhenju was designated as an innovative financial service by Korea's Financial Services Commission in recognition of its convenience and security. Jeju is sometimes known as Bit Island due to its embrace of technology, particularly blockchain. How amazing. So if you plan to visit this particular destination of Jeju Island, then you're required to use a decentralized identity DID blockchain technology based app that is going to offer private, secure COVID-19 contact tracing. This is really interesting. That's the power of blockchain, and it's our everyday language currently. And this is the reason, because blockchain technology offers security. As you have seen, we're also looking at things such as having the capability of ensuring that these guys are definitely in a position to secure COVID-19 contact tracing. Now, that is really amazing about blockchain. And also something else that I keep on saying, and we won't tire to say, is that blockchain technology comes with it with a very amazing pack of blockchain money. And this is where the world is at. This is where you should be. And so currently, if you haven't still acquired our Ubricoins, then you are definitely missing out a great deal, and you need to be in this space. Now, let us first of all look at, we're currently at 69,793 of us, and the most active market today is Phoenixbox with UBN Doge leading, and then we have UBN ETH, UBN LTC, UBN BTC in that order. And of course, you can also take advantage of our DEX trades. That's on Uniswap. You can use Uniswap and tell us what happens. Of course, even other exchanges such as CryptoLockX Exchange, Ether Flyer, take advantage of that, and let's keep the trading going for the Ubricoin. And that said, we need to focus on something interesting that we came across, and we're addressing a very amazing question by Peter Thiel in his book 0 to 1, which is really amazing. I think you should get this book. It's quite inspiring. And we were looking at a particular question that says, what valuable company is nobody building? What valuable company is nobody building? And here at Ubrica, we believe that nobody is building an economy company. And by an economic company, that is economic company, we believe that people are able to thrive in a place where health is guaranteed, and health does not just come alone. With it, health requires money. Now, looking at what we believe in as far as our our company is concerned, we look at 4 elements of human health, and we're looking at animal health, environmental health, and economic health. So these are very critical elements that we look at, and we believe that at the the fourth element of health production, which is the economic health, is definitely the primary driver of sustainable one health in any community in the world. And of course, economic development then is the greatest cause of improvement in health. And I just want to discuss briefly about economic development, and in particular, these 4 elements of health production. If we look at human body, probably we're looking at the external factors. Maybe you have a supreme gene that is untouchable, and probably you think that your immune is extremely high. But trust you me, if you do not eat well, if you're not thriving on good nutrition, and if you're not ensuring that you're eating a good diet to maintain that body, then your supreme gene is nothing. We believe that you still need good nutrition. And where does good nutrition comes from? It comes from the food, the money that you need to buy with the food. Now, we also look at environment, and in this aspect we're looking at built environment, and also there's the non-built environment. And in the built environment, we look at the places where you live. Is there good sanitation? Is your house well built? Are you comfortable? That comfortable living is what is brought about by, that good health. And that built environment, definitely, if you actually live in a poor structure, then best believe that you are going to be in a lot of problems in as far as your health is concerned, because then you're exposed to all these diseases. Now, having said that, we're also looking at the non-built environment, and this is the places where you live in an open area, and people probably tend to live near a forest because they want to go hunting for the meat to cater for their the food itself. So when you're living in this environment, definitely we look at the dilapidated conditions that come along, having to live in an unbuilt environment. So definitely poverty comes along with this. And then talking about the animal, and we're looking at how we interact with the animals, and we know that animals carry diseases. Now, once we encroach these animals, then it means that the disease is going to move from the animal kingdom over to the human kingdom, which means that now you will need to treat that disease that has gotten to you. And that then means that you will need the money to access health, because the first thing is, if you don't have money, there's no way you're going to access health. Also, if you don't have money, the quality of the healthcare that you're going to have is also not going to be so good if you don't have money. Again, if you don't have money, then you can imagine that also you're not going to afford even the healthcare itself. So that is why we also focus on access, poor quality of health, and also the cost, high cost. And all these things, at the heart of all these things, is that lack of money that we're looking at. And that is why we say that we need to look at things that bring about the money that you need to cater for that health. And of course, money comes from human action, the things that you do. And especially, we're focusing on you, the entrepreneur who is doing your business. Of course, every time you want to do, your be it farming, you want to make sure that you're doing quality farming, and of course, having a market. After you've done your farming, having a market to sell your produce to the people. Now, if you lack this market, then there's definitely a problem of money, and we keep on driving on poverty, because then we lack the ability to sell. We don't have the selling power. So that is why we say that here at Ubrica, we want to look at this money aspect in a very, very broad way. And we don't just want to focus on, money that has been in existence that is really not helping us. And this is fiat money. Fiat money has a way of manipulating us. One minute you have it, and the next you don't even have it. And of course, there's the third parties that are involved in taking more money from you. So it means that we need to look at more ways in which we can have the freedom of money. And freedom of money comes with cryptocurrency. That is what we believe here at Ubrica. If you have a different opinion, of course, you can share with us and tell us why you think it's different. Because we believe that with cryptos, you have that freedom because that money is right where you are. And of course, with cryptocurrency, it's peer-to-peer, meaning you don't need to have that third party to take the money wherever you want it to be. And talking about wherever, whenever, in any way, cryptocurrency is borderless, meaning you can transact cryptos with anyone across the globe. So that is exactly the kind of freedom that we're looking for. And we are definitely getting this with decentralized money, and in particular, the Ubricoins. So this is the time, guys, to buy Ubricoins. We keep on insisting, and we won't get tired to tell you that this is the time to buy Ubricoins as much as you can. The more you buy the Ubricoins, the merrier it's going to get for you in a few months' time. So mark my words, guys, this is definitely the time to buy more Ubricoins for yourselves. And of course, also take advantage of the platforms that we have given you in as far as knowing and interacting with the Ubricoin is concerned, because we also want, it is not enough for you to just have the Ubricoins and keep them on your smartphone. You need to do some basic trading as well as arbitrage trading for your profit. So get to that, and the videos for all that is definitely here on the Ubrican channel, so you can get to do that and more, guys. And even as we appreciate everybody who has been actively participating, you who has been buying Ubricoins, we're really thankful. You who also is getting ahead in as far as basic trading is concerned, we are appreciative. Whatever you're doing, as long as you're doing it with a Ubricoin, it's really excellent. Although there's just one thing that we don't want people doing, is dumping the Ubricoin in the markets. This is not the time to dump the Ubricoins. This is the time to pump the Ubricoins, because at the end of the day, wealth, wellness, and well-being is going to come from that pumping that you're making every day with your Ubricoin. Having said that, guys, I've got to love you and leave you. And today we wrap up the show from a quote by an American football player, Mike Hawkins, who says, "You don't get results by focusing on results. You get results by focusing on the actions that produce results." Let me repeat that. You don't get results by focusing on results. You get results by focusing on the actions that produce results. I have been your girl, Scholastica Muki, and until tomorrow, it is goodbye for now. Ciao.